So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny.
Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Ooh, come through Bluetooth.
Real.
Listen, I've been hanging out with the crew at Technology Park. I had to up my game. You know, the microphone trying to hold me back. It didn't want to cut on. And I was like, not today. Not today. You know, welcome to another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast, where I love a good story behind the story. And today, as I'm sitting here in the Shaw Center, as we have officially kicked off Brew Week, Baton Rouge Entrepreneurship Week,
Yes.
I have the president, CEO of Nexus Louisiana, Calivn Mills Jr. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm tired, but I'm here.
I'm tired and just warming up. And when I say just warming up, you have a week-long of festivities and seminars and networking events. And I saw you at 6 o'clock this morning on the news. Then I saw you at 7 o'clock on a cycle going to another meeting. I was like,
Yes.
oh, you were literally on skates, wheels,
Listen,
bicycles, selling the deals.
whatever it takes to make it work, you know, we want to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward for our entrepreneurs this week.
Absolutely. And you know, in case someone is just hearing about Nexus Louisiana, the technology park, some of the resources and wraparound services, as the president, CEO, serial entrepreneur, tell me a little bit about some of the highlights you have with Nexus Louisiana.
So Nexus Louisiana Technology Park is the entrepreneur support organization for the capital region and really the state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
We support entrepreneurs in their journey to becoming a successful entrepreneur. We're growing those businesses. You know, we want the next $1 billion business. You know, we have a lot of resources to offer, you know, through our coaching, capital, and connections. You know, we want to sit down with you, take a look at your plan, see what things that you have, what you're missing, you know, where we can help. And then we help you to strengthen those places. And, you know, who knows? Maybe your company becomes the next multi-billion dollar corporation.
Yeah, not only are you giving the motivation and having all of the speakers and seminars, but you are a true success story of Nexus Louisiana and all that it has to offer. With that technology park, you know, we talked about your humble beginnings of wanting to walk through the door to lease space in there because you just wanted to be around those with like minds and you wanted to be a part of the process and trusting the process before it even looked as savvy as it does today. So now, how does it make you feel as the CEO of Nexus Louisiana to know that you're offering events such as Baton Rouge Entrepreneurship Week?
You know, and that's a good question, LaTangela, because, you know, every day is a day of appreciation for me.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, you know, I came 20 years ago this year, starting my first tech company, trying to lease space in the building, and looked at my best friend and said, yeah, we can't afford it. You know, we still broke college students that just graduated. And, you know, I started my company out of my 2-bedroom apartment, but 13 years from the day that we started that company, I was appointed to the board of directors by Mayor Kip Holden, and then later again by Mayor Sharon Weston Broom.
Yeah.
And just to get on the board really was exciting for me because it gave me an opportunity to really get closer to helping entrepreneurs, to helping them see, you know, their visions, see their dreams come to light. And then all of a sudden to be put into this situation as the CEO of the organization has really been a sense of appreciation. You know, I'm a very humble person.
Yeah.
You know, I understand, you know, everything that has happened to me and that will happen to me is because of God.
Absolutely.
You know, I know where I came from, the foundation that I've had, and I'm just grateful, you know, and that's how I try to lead. You know, when you look at our team, everybody's like, man, you know, it's really exciting to see everybody, see the energy, they feel it.
Yeah.
And even when you look at Brew as a whole this year, it's totally different. That's why we gave it the theme, Rediscover, Reimagine, because we wanted something new, something different that we hadn't seen, a full week of resources and opportunities for entrepreneurs so that they can come out and really sit down with their pens and pencils, with their tape recorders, with their phones, to really say, you know what, I need all this information. Whatever you got, give it to me. And that's what we're doing. I mean, we got some dynamic speakers,
You
over
do.
70 speakers. We have a big keynote speaker, a
Yes.
billionaire
The tell me
NFL, NBA owner that is coming to give us some gems on Wednesday as our keynote speaker, Ms. Gail
Yes.
Benson. You know, we couldn't be more excited to have her come on and really just let us know what does it take to get where she's at.
And you know, one of the things I love about Mrs. Benson is that it's not about the money. It's about the purpose and the passion. You know exactly where her heart is, you know? Like, although, yes, it's all about the business and keeping the business clear, but she pours back not only into her employees and her team, but she pours back into the community that loves and thrives from those establishments that's a part of what she's stemming, you know?
Absolutely.
And it's important, and I've seen the hunger in all of these entrepreneurs that they've been walking around and talking about the seminars and what was so different about these breakout sessions. You know, you're seeing people who may get tired and grow weary in their own
Yes.
path. I mean, because it's hard.
It is.
It
It is.
hard work, but you got to be dedicated.
I tell
right?
people all the time, I'm like, listen, don't look at Instagram. Don't look at people, you know, taking trips and driving around in the Benz or in front of a big house. You know, really go and sit down with somebody that you know that is an entrepreneur that has their own business and ask them, and hopefully they'll be honest with you and say, listen, I love what I do,
Yeah.
but this is not easy, you know, because entrepreneurship is not for everybody.
It's not.
You know, you have to have tough skin. You have to understand you're gonna have some failures. Look, I've made millions of dollars. I've lost millions of dollars.
But that's the part of the story no one wants to talk about.
I've had a nice house. Then I ended up living on an air mattress.
Yeah.
You know, but all in all, I know I was going after something, and I'm still going after things because you never get complacent. You never want to get comfortable and say, you know, oh, I've made it. Nah, even making the money, the awards, everything that I've done, I'm still wanting more. You got to stay hungry.
Calvin, you just recently came back from the White House. I mean, we can't just kind of just zoom past that. I saw you in London one week, but I was like, wasn't he just at the White House playing around getting some presidential awards and stuff? And then you come right back to Baton Rouge to do it all over again. It's
Yes.
like you are on a journey that is just continuing to take you further and further and further, but you never forget about home.
Never.
You never forget about those who look up to you and those who are going through the same struggle, because let me tell you, as we're still trying to get everything that we need, we're usually going to the same resources and to the same pot and to the same, I guess you could say, corners.
Yes.
But until we learn how to expand, until we start asking the hard questions and walking through and trusting the process, we don't really get the gist of saying, this is how we overcome this.
And see, you said something that always makes me smile. You said trust the process. You know, I played football at Southern University, and you know, Coach Dooley, Eric Dooley, who's the head coach now, was my position coach. And the one thing that he always told me was trust the process. You know, when I would get mad because I wasn't starting, when I felt like I should have been getting more time, playing time, he always say, just trust the process, Calvin. You got always stay ready. Trust the process and keep moving, and it stayed true because
Absolutely.
I did that, and you know, a lot of things have happened for me. A lot of great things have happened for me, and it's because of the faith that I have. It's because I trust God's, you know, process for me. Even with me sitting in this position as the interim CEO at this point, you know, it was a process because I wasn't looking to come in this direction. You know, I have my own company. You know, I have a software company that we're building to IPO, and I thought that was the path that I had to deal with and focus on. And then all of a sudden, this happens, and now I'm sitting in this role, and I have embraced it. I have accepted it. I have said, okay, Lord, this is where you want me at. Because when I really think about it, I'm still learning.
Absolutely.
You know, for where I'm going and where I'm trying to take my company, of having to answer to a board, you know, dealing with a multi-billion dollar company, all of those things, all of those components, I'm going to have to deal with in a deeper sense later. God is preparing me now in this position, and that's how I look at it, and that's how I've taken it.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. And you know, Calvin, we're no strangers. We're family. We've been in this game, in this city, doing what we do for
almost
years.
30 years.
And I am so proud of you. I can't tell you how excited I get when I see that you're on to the next, because I know when you're on to the next for yourself, you're taking hundreds of thousands of people with you. You know, and you're paving that path. And you know, with the POOF movement, power over obstacles for forever. I always talk about, did you get your steps in today? Mental, physical, spiritual. Because no matter who we are or what phase of life we're in, we're always going to have those obstacles. But when you get to that fork in the road, what has been that pivotal moment for you, that poof moment for Calivn? Power over obstacles forever had to come into play to let you know that, look, I got this. Things are looking grim. I may not have the answers. I may not have the funds. I may not know how or who or when. But poof,
Listen,
power over obstacles forever. Let's go.
Like I said earlier, I went from having money, having a nice house, all these things, to sleeping on an air mattress. In 2013, you know, and I'm not afraid to say it. I said it in my book. I went through a horrible divorce, and I stayed on my air mattress because I believed in something. You know, I was told I should quit, go get a 9-to-5 job. I was like, no, I know where God is taking me. And I literally believed that. And I slept on an air mattress in my office. And look at where I'm at now. I went from an air mattress to the White House.
Yeah.
You know, and at 46 years old, to have a medal put around my neck as a Lifetime Achievement Award from the President of the United States, I can't do nothing but say thank you, God.
That's it.
You know, and to be perfectly honest, you know, one of the speakers at the ceremony said, you know, the yet is best to come.
How about that?
And I tell people all the time, I'm literally just getting started. You know, they're looking there like, dude, you've done a lot. I'm like, y'all have no idea.
This is the warm-up.
This is the warm-up. You know, there's a lot more to me, and this is a part of it. You know, being here at Nexus is a part of it. You know, I'm able to help, you know, create a legacy for entrepreneurs here in Baton Rouge and really put a stamp on, you know, a legacy of support and really just wanting more for all of us. And that's what I'm about, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely. And I always want you to think of this as an extension of your office. You know, we have so many listeners and viewers that really may not have that core group that they can go to ask these questions. And I don't want to lean on my own understanding. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I have no shame in saying I do not know. Let me look into it. Let me find somebody who knows. Like, that's what this flamethrower is all about, connecting and getting these resources and bridging that gap, because it is important. And if you haven't visited celebratebrew.com, you're slipping, because we have a week's worth of events.
A week's worth of events.
Seminars, businesses that's downtown that's definitely giving all kind of discounts.
We got the happy
resources.
hours. We got the morning hours. If you want to go ride a bike, get some yoga, get your mind right. If in the evenings you want to wind down, we have that. Listen, even if you want to get new headshots, we have a happy hour headshots coming up.
I've been practicing. Wait. How was that?
Strike a pose. You got to strike a pose. So, you know, we have a little bit for everybody. And I cannot forget about our kids.
Yes.
You know, we have Kid Entrepreneur Day on Saturday. It's all about our kids and STEM. We have a program in the morning that we're doing with Senator Barrow at Nexus at the Tech Park called Girls, Gidgets, and Gigabytes. It's our 3G program. And then at the museum downtown, the Science Museum, we're going to have a lot of STEM programs going on that the kids can get a chance to learn a little bit. And at the end of the day, we want to celebrate our kid entrepreneurs, because guess what? There's some very successful kids that we have here in Baton Rouge that are making money and with some great ideas. So we just want to, you know, showcase that, celebrate it, and really just have fun.
That's it. And after all is said and done with Brew Week, how do we find out more about Nexus Louisiana?
So when Brew is over, that doesn't mean that entrepreneurship is over. We want you to come and visit us at nexusla.org, or you can come to our offices at 7117 Florida Boulevard. For those that know, it's the old Bon Marché Mall. For others, it's on the other side of the parking lot from Cox.
There you have it. Hey, listen, I know you got more work to do, so chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Love you too, Tange.